let me first start by saying that we are very happy to be celebrating 5 decades in this industry. You know, Lala Charitram, bought over a company called Shriram Pistons way back in 1972. The actual production started in 1973. So we are just completing 5 decades, and in these 5 decades, the company has grown from almost nothing to touching almost close to 3,000 crores turnover. And this has happened primarily because of our very sharp focus on customer centricity. And we have always tried to grow technology ahead of the requirement to the market. And we have always kept that focus. And our focus has been always on technology. And that's the primary reason why we decided to go in for our own tech center with almost 5 beds for engine testing, of our own. And this tech center is a very state-of-art tech center where we do a lot of new technology development. Even today, as we speak, we are actually working on a number of platforms for hydrogen engines and also for flex fuels. Whatever we talked during the day today with regards to development of engines for flex fuels, for biofuels, as well as for hydrogen engines. We are already working on them from a piston angle and also from a piston ring angle, because these are the items which undergoes a lot of change. And our tech center is way advanced in terms of its technology availability and technology display that we have done also for these engines. Well, this tech center is a state-of-art tech center which is in our plant in Ghaziabad, and we have over 150 engineers working there, including our process engineers. And they do a lot of work on advanced technologies with piston manufacturing. We are also working on a couple of newer areas with regards to groove anodizing and things like that, which actually is required for all the new gen engines, not only from a point of view of frictional reductions, but also from a point of view of enhancing the life of the piston and the piston rings. And we are working on a number of areas.
See, like for your example, CNG. If you see in India, 90% plus of CNG engines in India are run with pistons and rings or valves supplied by us. So we have specialized the art. What changes are required for running in CNG. Similarly, if you see all aspects of it, whether it is lightweighting, as he has said, friction reduction, because as you are looking at more beat and life and higher lives of the engine, you are wanting more to friction reduction. We are also working. There are a lot of focus in tractor industries and genset on reducing noise and vibrations. So we are working with many manufacturers now, even in some of the industries, how to, because friction, this is one of the very moving part which creates some vibrations and noise. So many such technologies we are driving from here, from Indian R&D center for the industry. Similarly, when you move from BS4 to BS6, we were one of the pioneers who worked with all OEMs here in India to develop their BS6 engines. So I think all these modifications, since we are based out of India and we have technology and engineers sitting here, we can do concurrent engineering with most of the manufacturers and take it forward very fast.
Well, if you really see our customer portfolio, we cover the entire gamut of customers. Starting from the small two-wheelers right up to the big commercial vehicles, as also the industrial applications. With regards to industrial gensets and stationaries, off-highway vehicles, off-highway applications. So we cover the entire range. So from that standpoint, we have to work on various technologies. Because different segments of the market are in different level of maturity with regards to the emission requirements. So we work across the segment, right? So we are already discussing about GRAP requirements. We are discussing about the various requirements for OBD4 and others. So we are continuously on various technology upgradations, and our product being the heart of the engine. What actually happens is the product has to undergo a lot of changes for various segments of the market, and we have to continuously work on developing those. So that's why the focus on developing the tech center was done from that standpoint, that we are able to actually cater to the various gamut of the industry and the various segments which require different requirements.
See, if you really see for us, we bring in the best of the world. We, for Colburn Smith, is been our collaborator from Germany or this part, and we have Riken, who is also one of the leaders from Japan. So we are able to get the best of the technologies, but localize in India. So we are much faster in responding to the customers and give them, as the strength is frugal engineering. I think the price levels and costings what we can give to India for the same quality which is there in Germany or in there in USA, we can do it at a much more frugal way and our own way of doing it. So I think that's where we are positioned, and we are probably no one else can compete with us, because all competition mostly is coming from global partners, global players. They are not so agile and flexible to meet to Indian requirements that fast.
So, see, basically, our most of our products are completely localized. So we do have designs which are very specific to certain customers, and there are certain requirements maybe from some customers with regards to usage of the ring quality material and other things for which we have to import. Otherwise, almost everything is localized. From a standpoint of the focus that we want to bring in, it's primarily with regards to the upgrading the technology, and also the technology for biofuel requirements and for let's say the hydrogen engines, which require a completely different kind of approach. Because there you have to do a lot of grounds up activity in India, because the amount of focus that India has brought in for green hydrogen and usage of this green hydrogen is very high. So we have to actually be the front runners in developing solutions for these engines. And while in certain parts of the world there are some activities going on, but I think we are far advanced with regards to even giving our samples. We're already given samples for hydrogen engines, where the product is now working on various testing cycles and other things, undergoing a huge amount of testing cycles. So we are far advanced in that stage. But as we speak, all these products being grounds up activity, it requires a huge amount of continuous change, and we have to keep working on, putting in a lot of investment for doing that and ensuring that we are able to grow the technology and upgrade the technology. So I think we are doing quite well. Well, we normally do not give our percentage of growth and other things, but if you really see our last 3-4 years of performance, post COVID, I think we have grown almost at a rate of around 25%. So, and we expect to continue this growth for some time. So I think from the segments of the market, I think almost all the segments we have been growing. So I think we are doing fairly a good job there. And the important part is, we have also, as Shriram Pistons, we have also decided that we will be the last man standing as far as the IC engine is concerned. So we will service the last IC engine that is made globally. That is our our motto. But apart from that, while we are investing in the IC engines, we are also investing into other areas which are agnostic to IC engines. Like we have done recent investments for manufacturing of motors and controllers. We make all kinds of motors. We make hub motors, we make mid-drive motors, electric motors, ranging from 250 watts right up to 300 kilowatts. And we are also making the controllers for the same. So this is done in our Coimbatore factory in Coimbatore, where it is done under the company name called EMFI. And similarly, we also have invested into a company which does micro injection molding. It is a company called Takahata Precision. It's again a Japanese venture, where we have joined them in the equity. They are 75% stake in that company, and we are hoping to grow the technology there, grow into huge. There's micro injection molding requirements that are there. They are very precision components which requires a very high degree of precision. And if you see the factory of Takahata, you'll feel as if you've come to a different world in manufacturing. It's a completely different world.
And and there we make dyes and all, which probably till now were being imported. So it is a very comprehensive plant which can go drawings up and do the complete development, including dye and everything up to manufacturing in a comprehensive one same facility.
Yeah. See, what we normally do is our major focus is the OEMs. Right? But while we do the OEMs, we also focus on supplying to the aftermarket certain requirements, which is very specific to the aftermarket. So we market it under the brands of Usha and SPR, and SPR is our one of the growing brands, and it's really very well recognized in the country and even outside. And we supply to almost 45 countries, including OEMs, across the globe. So we have to really have a very good network of our distributors and distillers. So in India alone, we have over 1,200 touch points. Right. So we have really grown this over a period of time, over the last 5 decades, and we expect to grow it in a fairly good manner in the coming years.
And I think on this aftermarket, we have done a lot of work when we are seeing emission migrations, BS2 to BS4 to 6. We have an extensive network of our boring workshops to mechanics, because after all, sustenance will come if you are able to reservice the vehicle well. So I think we have taken up and done a lot of work in training and retraining the mechanics and boring workshops and everyone on these technologies as they are upgrading. So that's where the brand loyalty of our SPR and Usha comes, because we have now, there are mechanics, we have trained them over 3 generations on the new technologies. So I think those are the things which we keep on promoting as SPR and Usha brands and help the ecosystem of the auto industry.
We are, I must add here that, we are celebrating our 5 decades of our presence, and we have a Golden Jubilee celebration coming up, and we have all the who's who's of the industry attending the same. So
Remarkable achievement.
We are extremely proud of this milestone, and we are hoping that we'll continue for the next 5 decades also.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much.